This is CNET Central.
Hi, I'm Gina St. John.
And I'm Richard Hart. Welcome to CNET Central. Well, we begin today with a CNET exclusive, a first ever behind-the-scenes tour of America Online.
With more than 5 million members, AOL is the biggest online service on the planet. And they offer everything from news and software to special interest areas and their ever-popular chat rooms.
But what's behind all those splashy graphics and that voice that says welcome? Who monitors the chat rooms and who keeps all that machinery humming?
Well, for the first time ever, AOL opened their heavily guarded doors to CNET for an exclusive look behind the screens. Headquartered in Vienna, Virginia, just outside of Washington, D.C., America Online is bursting at the seams with over 4,000 employees worldwide and dozens more starting each week.
And I believe we're the fastest growing media company in the world today. And I think what makes us successful is it's really not our company, it's our members' company.
As president of AOL, Ted Leonsis believes the company's mantra should be members first.
It's not our network. It's their network. I mean, Steve Case and I, between us, probably get 5,000 emails a day, and from members. And I read all of them. I respond. It's what our jobs are. We listen to the membership.
The end result? An easy-to-use, consumer-oriented online service with over 1,100 areas of content, as well as email,
you've got mail,
chat, and internet access. AOL members can tune into various channels, including everything from entertainment and personal finance to education and sports. And behind each channel at AOL are enthusiastic young men and women working full swing to keep AOL's momentum going. How active would you say the sports area is compared to some of the other ones?
Sports is very active. Sports fits in really well with the community of AOL members. Everyone has some interest in sports of some kind or another.
But if sports makes you turn the channel, AOL's late night party spot may be just what you're looking for.
It is the happening place on America Online. It's where you go for all live event information. It's where you meet the stars.
Amy Arnold's group handles some 400 live chat events a month, where thousands of AOL members can often interact with big-name celebs like Mick Jagger or Rosie O'Donnell. People tend to think that this is, kind of like the stock exchange in here, and that there are people running wild and monitoring the whole thing.
We do run crazy here. If anything happens, just like in a real show, where we have a big event coming on, Michael Jackson, the president, that kind of thing, it changes. It is wild here.
I believe so because...
Speaking of wild, have you ever tried calling AOL's customer service department?
Okay, now hit OK.
It can be frustrating, but AOL says a whopping 20% of the company works in customer service, handling more than 20,000 technical calls a day.
The AOL 2520B directory.
One of the biggest complaints, graphic download time.
We have a solution for that. Our next client release, Release 3.0, has what's called progressive rendering. If you can work in an area without the art, or if you decide you want the art, it'll download the art progressively, but the rest of the screen is hot.
Still have to wait for these damn things to load.
This is the AOL greenhouse. And what do they grow here? Online superstars. The Motley Fool, Net Noir, and Hecklers Online are some of the hottest things coming out of AOL's greenhouse. Leonsis sprouted the program last year as a way to get young entrepreneurs to create original content for AOL. Now the greenhouse is one of AOL's busiest areas, and Leonsis hopes its homegrown stars will enable it to go head-to-head with the competition.
I believe our real competition is Jerry Seinfeld. It's programming. And we're starting to pull ratings like a CNN or an MTV now, where we're getting 400,000 or 500,000 people between 10 and 11 o'clock to log in. And so we look at ourselves as being the next medium.
But Leonsis concedes that AOL still has a long way to go.
As an industry, we've been pretty pathetic. Ourselves, CompuServe, Prodigy, the web, we're pathetic. I like to joke and say we're just a little less pathetic than the other guys.
Goodbye.
Leonsis says that only 11% of all households are online. His goal is to get the other 89%. He predicts that by the end of next year, AOL will double its membership to 10 million. And within 3 years, more people will spend their prime time online than watching cable TV. If you'd like to hear more from Ted Leonsis, you can at CNET Online. There you'll find both the text and the audio version of the entire interview.
There is yet another technology revolutionizing the World Wide Web this week, but this one doesn't have anything to do with video or audio or applets. It's just delightfully practical, especially if you attend concerts or ball games or meetings at City Hall. It's a kind of universal calendar. Schedules have begun to appear on the World Wide Web, but they are largely just lists.
Just very much text listing, not a lot of interaction that the end user can do.
This, however, is a new kind of calendar that has begun to appear on websites. It contains schedules for sports teams, concert artists, meetings.
You have a very friendly, familiar-looking month view calendar.
But watch, if you want to put into your calendar something you find on the web calendar, you just drag it and drop it. And if an April 18th event is dropped onto the 26th, no worries, the item is smart enough to move itself to the proper date. It's possible if the person who designed the web page used a new application called Now Up to Date Web Publisher. Atlantic Records is using it for concert schedules, Sports Illustrated for game schedules, and some cities and counties for government meetings.
Every time you drag something from the web, we're actually automatically creating a bookmark for you so you can go right back to that page.
Furthermore, with one drag, you can transport a team's entire schedule for the season into your personal calendar. These events cannot be dragged in text form into, say, a word processor, only into special programs such as Now Up to Date. But some webmasters predict that soon we'll all be keeping our personal calendars on the internet anyway. Probably the biggest use of this new calendar will be on the intranet, where a company can post schedules of meetings and other events. If you have Now Up to Date, you'll need a newer version, which won't be available for a couple of weeks.